Hey everyone, it's Lydia. How are you today? I'm back with another episode of What I Bought at the Health Food Store today. A little deviation from the what's in my cart. Instead, today it's going to be what's on my counter. And I only had a few things to pick up today at Martindale's Health Food Store where I shop. But I have a few health tips I want to share with you while I show you the few things that I did buy. All right, are you ready to check out what I got today? I'm going to go ahead and turn it on over and flip the camera. All right, here we go. You see a little quick view of everything, and now I'm going to dive in to the individual items. So we are able to fortunately get raw milk in Pennsylvania where I live. And I have a family of 4 boys, and we used to drink a lot more milk, and now we're kind of cutting back. So I only needed a half a gallon, and thankfully I can get it in a glass bottle, which is super cool. I'm really trying to cut back on plastic these days. I was also able to buy some grass-fed heavy cream from Trickling Springs. And another thing that I got for longer storage, because I don't always like having to go to the store more than once a week, is this Organic Valley French Vanilla heavy cream, or half and half, excuse me. And it's grass-fed and everything like that. And it's actually a nice option if you can find it. I recently was speaking with a client who had issues with the cream she was buying for her coffee. And she was going to a close grocery store near her, and they did not have good quality cream. And she was having some issues that she thought were connected to the dairy she was putting in her coffee. And I suggested, hey, listen, do you have a health food store or Whole Foods near you that you can at least get the best quality dairy, so you don't have to necessarily give up your cream just yet. If you tolerate the better quality, maybe it's okay for you. So if you're having trouble with commercial dairy, try to switch to better quality dairy. I have a blog post on my website all about quality dairy. I actually probably have several. So if you think dairy is an issue for you before you totally quit, you might want to try the best quality and see if that helps you with your digestive issues or whatever issues may arise for you. Some people have IBS issues and things like that, and maybe they can tolerate the better quality a little bit better. So that's just a quick tip I have for you today. And then I grabbed some coconut milk. This is actually a coconut almond milk. And I was looking for some to buy in the store because I just don't really want to be making my own all the time. And so many of them have just crappy ingredients in them. They have carrageenan, they add vitamin D, which is the bad form of vitamin D, and all this stuff. And one of my colleagues mentioned this brand, Califia Farms, and it is probably the best one that I've found out there for store-bought coconut milk. They have the blends, coconut almond milk. They have a bunch of different flavors. They have a sugar-free one. So if you're out and about at a health food store, or Whole Foods carries this, by the way, I don't know what other stores do. So look for this brand and check it out. It's really yummy. And so I enjoy using that in my smoothies because I can't really do milk, and I don't always like it with water or something like that. So that's a nice option for me. Now, thankfully, we have a dedicated gluten-free bakery that delivers to our health food store 3 times a week. And I love to get the sourdough boulé. Now, you guys, I know that everybody watching this video isn't going to have access to these things that I'm showing. But here's the thing. When I went gluten-free in 2010, holy crap, you couldn't buy like anything good gluten-free. It was like really hard to be gluten-free at that time. And now it's 2017, and everywhere I go, the gluten-free options are getting better and better and better and better. And this is because our nation's epidemic with gluten issues is rising. So, just keep on the lookout, keep purchasing the gluten-free items you can get. And honestly, I think before we know it, more and more options are going to be available for all of us, all over the country, okay? So hang in there if you're still not finding things like this in your area. I just grabbed a bottle of mineral water today, and it's glass because I needed a water. And if you're out, and I kind of bought it because I wanted to give you this little insight. So if you're going to be traveling around in your car and drinking water, and you're at the store and you need a water bottle, try looking for one that's in glass. You may not find it, but you might find sparkling mineral water, something like that. And the reason why is because plastic contains estrogen mimickers. And so what happens is if you have plastic in your car in the warmer months and you leave it in there and it's getting hot, you know, these estrogen mimickers can leach out into your water bottle. And then if you do that repeatedly over time, you're going to have issues with excess estrogen, the kind you don't want. And I've seen this because I do run functional hormone panels on people, and I've seen this come up. So my tip to you today is if you're going to be out buying water bottles for yourself, get it in glass. Otherwise, invest in some stainless steel or a glass water bottle for yourself. My son just happened to break mine, so I wanted to buy one. And the truth is I'll just refill this. It's really nice. It's really solid. It fits in my car cup holder, and I'm going to reuse it. All right. So that's my little practitioner tip for you today. And then my kids always love the live kombucha. This one's like kind of supposed to be like a Dr. Pepper. And then here's a really random thing that I got. I was so excited to find at my health food store. It doesn't really have anything to do with what we're going to eat, but we will eventually, are these organic worm castings to amend the soil. Because some of us urban folk aren't going to be DIYing the whole garden thing ourselves. And I like to have really healthy soil in my barrels. I have these huge barrels that I grow a handful of things in along the side of my driveway. So for those of you who are urban dwellers and aren't going to do a whole big garden yourself, you totally can make some really amazing soil because places are now selling some awesome amendments. So I grabbed 4 of these. I'm super excited about that because I tried the whole worm thing and, you know, it just wasn't going to happen for me. All right, this is turmeric, you guys. So every time I see fresh turmeric in the store, I go ahead and grab it because turmeric is like the anti-inflammatory wonder food because of the curcumin that's in it. And the curcumin is what's going to help with so many things, and it's great anti-inflammatory. And black pepper is important to be used as well when you use the turmeric because it partners up really nicely and makes it work better. That's not the technical way to say it, but that's the truth. That's the layman's way of saying it for you. So turmeric and black pepper are partnered up. I just grate this in my breakfast hash and it adds a nice little flavor. It will stain your fingers orange, FYI. So if you have, you know, to show your hands for some reason, it's going to stain them. I was talking to a client the other day who's trying to get off refined carbs. And she was having trouble figuring out what kind of snack she can have to make the transition easy on her instead of going for a biscuit or a muffin or a piece of bread. I said, hey, there are starchy carbs that are healthier for you. So here's one for you guys. Cassava strips, yucca strips. And these are really clean. The brand is Artisan Tropic. I got this at my health food store. You may find something similar. Just make sure you check the oils that are used. You want good quality oils. And then if you haven't tried Jackson's, I'm a big fan of Jackson's because they use coconut oil and they're non-GMO and organic. And these sweet potato chips are fantastic. Now, if you're someone who finds that you're going to eat the whole frickin' bag in one sitting, you may want to find the individual packs. I know a lot of people have trouble with overdoing it on the carbs, but if you do have self-control and just want a handful, you know, as a healthy carb choice, a healthy starch, these are some great options for you, and they're really, really clean. All right, well, those are the things I purchased today at my health food store. Hopefully you gained some insights today from what I shared. Thanks so much for watching. I will be back with my next shopping trip, whenever and wherever that may be. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day.